Hey guys, reviews and recaps here. Today we're going to be reviewing and recapping, of course, my favorite movie, Ratatouille.
Isn't that movie for 5-year-olds?
No! How dare you oppose me, mortal? Anyway, basically, like and subscribe. If you do, you'll receive a piece of cake when you wake up in the morning. But even better, it will be brought by a dog butler. Anyway, enough fooling around. Let's get into it. So, basically, Ratatouille, he's different from all the rats. He just wants to be a chef. And he's always exploring different combinations of food and stuff. And all he wants to be is a cook. But his father, he's a nasty old rat. So he wants to, wants him to eat garbage and stuff. Which is quite unfortunate because he has the taste buds of a human. So, basically, he smells something wonky coming over from the composter, or whatever it is. Turns out it's rat poisoning, and that is absolutely disgusting. So, basically, he is now the poison checker and has the most boring job ever. He doesn't like it, but if it's pleasing his dad, he's just hiding the fact that he's a chef. Anyway, fast forwarding a bit, he just wants to make a meal. So he's trying to get some saffron from the kitchen. And basically, grandma wakes up and she's crazy. For two little rats, she grabs I don't know, a 12-barrel shotgun and just starts pumping that thing everywhere, destroying her house, putting her in financial ruins. And it's crazy. Who would want to do that for two little rats? Anyway, she shoots the chandelier, the colony comes down, and they are forced to evacuate. Remy does not make it, so he does it on the books. And what's crazy, his page does not get wet, which is astonishing.
So basically, he's going through the sewers on a book, and he washes up on Paris. Beautiful views and everything. So turns out he is close, he's in the restaurant of his favorite chef, Gusteau, who he also has kind of imagination that Gusteau is beside him. Anyways, so he sees a soup and he has a instinct of cooking, so he adds all the ingredients and everything and changes it up. And the soup that
Remy,
sorry, I keep forgetting his name, that Remy creates is taken to a food critic, and the food critic loves it. But the thing is, the people who work at the restaurant, they think that it's
Linguini.
They think that it's Linguini who is he cleans up the messes that the chefs make.
Boy.
So now Linguini has a ton of pressure on him to make that soup again because people loved it.
And the funniest thing happens. Moving on from that hilarious scene, the main chef wants to fire him. But Leclerc likes it, yeah? So, he stays and he has to recreate the soup. But they come home with the rat. Yeah. And then they try doing stuff and then finds out that he can, pull his hair. But that's later. So they try, biting him in their thing. It's really weird. And then he starts screaming and showing him his chest where all the bites were. So then they do this thing with the hair that makes no possible sense. Recreates the soup, and out of all the odds, the underdogs have come back. Gusteau is up and running again and is getting reviews. And yeah. So yeah, next day, main chef reads the letter that Linguini came with. Forgot to mention that, and yeah, turns out that Gusto is actually his son. He thinks it's fake, so they get some DNA test, and it's a match. So it is. So Emil, Remy's brother, comes back the next day with a few of his buddies, and basically they want some food, and he's trying to look for the key, and then he finds the letter and starts reading it. But in the middle of it, the main chef comes back, and they go on a wild goose chase, and he's so close, but Remy escapes. So basically he shows it to Linguini, and yeah, everything's like, yay, he's the owner now. So yeah, then it's all looking good for Linguini, and then Linguini tries to tell Colette the truth, but then Remy makes them kiss, and now they're in love. And yeah, it's looking great for Linguini and everyone else.
So basically, Linguini's under a lot of pressure, running the restaurant and everything. So it turns out that there's this reviewer.
Just like us.
Yes, but he's a restaurant critic, and his name is Anton Ego. He usually gives this restaurant bad reviews, and this time they want to make it different. So they decide to have, Linguini decides to have all the rats kind of making a ratatouille dish, together. They all make it. The whole rat colony makes it together, and Remy is guiding all of them. So they make the ratatouille, and they give it to Anton Ego. And then Linguini tells him that it's the rats that made it, and Anton Ego just like completely loves it.
So yeah, Anton Ego makes a review. It's very good. You can look it up what it is. We're not going to do the whole thing. It was quite long. But anyway, it's a good review. Well, Health Inspector finds out that there was a rat infestation. Gusto goes down, and Colette and Linguini buy the new restaurant and it's called La Ratatouille. And yeah, all the rats work there, and Anton Ego is no longer a critic. And yeah, Remy is finally accepted for who he is. And it's a great way to end the movie. So yeah, this is my favorite movie. I obviously gave it a 100 reviews and recaps percentage, and you gave it?
93.
So it's a 96, 97, in between there. So yeah, basically some of the high points for its time. It was a fantastic animation. I didn't see many like visual bugs with it, and it looked really good. I think Paris like gives it a lot of nostalgia for people. Maybe the city of love. The music makes you, I'm not really sure how to describe it, but it makes you, the accordion just makes you want to relax.
Go to Paris.
Yeah. And yeah, I think it was a really good storyline. I think I love when I would switch expectations, how like a mangy, scrummy little rodent wants to be a famous cook, and he does so, and yeah.
Yeah, this also sends like a beautiful message. Like, a lot of people are under the impression that humans are like the ultimate intelligence. Only they can cook, only they can
Clean,
only they can do anything. But there are actually a lot of animals, like, factually speaking, that do things like reflexes better than us, and
yeah,
and the rat can cook. Like, animals can cook.
Yeah, and the saying "anyone can cook" is very inspirational. Just because you're not good, you can get better over time, and it's just a positive message for younger viewers. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't seen Ratatouille,
Watch it.
Yeah, what are you doing?
It's classic.
You can watch it, our recap. That would be appreciated. Yeah, but like and subscribe. Yeah.